2013. Now, because you've been such a great audience, here's something special for you. With us now are the brains behind South Park, Team America, Book of Mormon. Check their IMDb pages for more. Matt Stone and Trey Parker are here.
Thanks, Naomi. Matt and Trey, thank you so much for coming by the IGN live stage here today.
Thanks for having us.
I want to talk to you about a video game called South Park, Stick of Truth. I believe we have a trailer here, the E3 trailer. Let's take a look at this first before we get into details.
It's like a cool game.
I'm going to teach you a fart called the Nagasaki. It's called the Nagasaki because if you do it right, it makes people go, ooh. Nagasaki! Just remember one very important thing. Never, ever fart on anyone's balls. You got that?
Coming this holiday season.
So,
Or some
let's
holiday
get right to
season,
it. Is
hopefully
South Park...
kind of
oh,
soon.
sorry.
You know how video games are.
Is South Park, The Stick of Truth going to be the greatest video game ever made?
Yes, if it's ever made.
Yeah.
If it's ever made.
If it's ever made.
We're still a little unsure if it's ever
We've been working on it for about 16 years now.
Yeah.
And it's just video games are very, very hard. We could have made probably 3 more Broadway musicals in the time it's taken to try to make this game.
South Park video games have a proud history going back to like Chef's Love Shack and the.
I don't know about proud. A history.
It has a history.
There is a history of
Well,
video
it's because
games.
of those the early games on, where we did the typical thing where we just said, yeah, go make us a video game and we'll put, South Park characters in it. And those experiences were so bad and we hated those games so much that we basically said never again. We'll
there was
never
a
do
long
a video game
period
again.
where there weren't any South Park games.
And so we finally, as the years went on, we love games so much, and South Park is such a, games are such a big part of it. We always said the only way we would do a game again is if we totally did it like we do, basically like we would do a movie, where we really are in the writer's room all the time, coming up with everything ourselves, making sure that the game has the quality that the show does and everything. And to come to find out, that's really hard to do. But that's what we're doing.
It's also those early games. I think those games were on Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
So
Dreamcast,
they couldn't look like the show. Even as crappy as South Park looks, it couldn't do that on Nintendo 64. On Xbox 360 and PS3, it can look like the show.
That's one of the coolest things about it. You look like you're playing the show, right?
Yeah, that was the idea.
And how often do you guys check in, like on the project, on progress?
Oh no, it's a daily. We're working on it daily, and we've actually, honestly, like all kidding aside, we've been working on it for 4 years.
Yeah, off and on for 4 years, and we're working on it every day now.
It's been the big, just like for a while it was when we weren't doing South Park, we were working on Book of Mormon.
Right.
Book of Mormon is done now. We do South Park when we're not. We're working on the game, and it's been that intense. And it's just that, it's there's 2 other big studios involved, and just not even in terms of like any kind of disagreements, because there's not. It's just a matter of, okay, we want this, and then in order to see that, it goes through this big loop of everything, and then we finally see it. We're so used to sculpting things.
Sure.
And the show, we're like, let's try this. Okay, no, not like that, like this. No, not like that, like this. And when you do that with video games, it drives people crazy.
I can imagine. So what do people need to know about this game?
Boy, I don't know what you need to know. I mean, we really are trying to make something that is, as lovers of video games, we're trying to make the thing that really makes you feel like you are the new kid in South Park, and you play the character, you play the kid that's just moved into town. And once you pick sort of your attributes and what you are now, you're trying to play, and you're deciding, are you going to be Cartman's best friend, are you going to be Kyle's best friend, and things like that. And so it has that kind of RPG element, but also we're also just trying to make it funny. And that's another big challenge with video games is the timing of things. And so it's just this big back and forth of, we have to sit there and play it and go, oh, the joke doesn't work like we thought it was, we got to do it this way, and then we send it back through the machine and do all that. And so, I think ultimately we're going to end up with something really awesome. It's just going to, we're not going to put it out till it's done.
Sure. How are you feeling about it today? Is it getting close?
It is. Once we got Ubisoft on, it took a big step, and they're great, and they really share our desire for quality. They really they get it. They're not saying no, just put it out and make the money. They're like, yeah, we get it. Okay, we'll keep going. So they've been awesome.
Have you guys been able to check out anything else here at E3?
Yeah, we checked out. We got to see Infamous.
Yeah,
New Infamous
wow,
on
that's
PS4. What else
That
did we see?
Rise game looks pretty good.
Yeah, Rise game, that
Yeah.
Roma game. I got to play FIFA 14 on the next gen, which for me is like dying and going to heaven.
Yeah.
So I could have just stayed here all day and done that. That was pretty awesome. Saw a little bit of Madden too. The new Madden
yeah,
looks pretty
for sure.
sweet. Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Xbox One or PlayStation 4?
Both.
I just have both.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're those guys. so lame. I'm just gonna have to buy both. Yeah.
No, I'm the same way.
I can't choose.
That's good. Are we going to get to play South Park: The Stick of Truth this year? You think before
We
we
will.
Yeah,
I know you are.
we'll get to play it.
How about the
Yeah.
rest of us? We're going to get
We'll
to
be
play it?
playing. We'll be playing by the end of the year.
Okay. All right. Sounds great. The game looks fantastic. Matt and Trey, thank you so much
Cool.
for coming by
Thank you.
the IGN booth here, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Cool.
Thanks.
All right.
Thanks.
Back to Naomi.
Thanks for being here, guys. All right, so as you racing fans out there are always about cars, stay tuned because the crew is up next.